Buenas, buenas, buenas. ¿Qué tal, Daniel, Alejandro, Piero? ¿Cómo andan? Bueno, vamos a arrancar. Llegó el momento tan esperado. Bienvenida, Gélida. Querido señor Charles Reed, tal como solicitó, he investigado los brotes de histeria de las visiones en la ciudad de Oakmont, Massachusetts. Resulta que sus suposiciones eran correctas. Los casos son más frecuentes aquí. Hombres y mujeres de todo el país se ven atraídos a Oakmont, torturados por visiones similares a las suyas, una ciudad que se inunda, la presencia de algo enorme pero desconocido. Por casualidad, creo haber encontrado la fuente de su dolencia y una persona que podría ayudarle. Prepárese y venga a Oakmont tan pronto como le sea posible. Le recibiré para ayudarle en lo que pueda. Cordialmente, Johannes van der Berg. El cuaderno y el Palacio de la Mente contienen la información... Bueno, ya estaba leyendo el tutorial. Medicamentos. Estuvo en la marina. De hecho parece que está en un barco. Está teniendo las visiones. Oh, mirá, boludo. Increíble. Cthulhu. Ok. Equipo de primeros auxilios. Barco, Caronte. Estamos en el barco Caronte. Muy bueno, me gusta. Pólvora, muelles, casquillos. Una pistola.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Está bien. No hay nada más. Carta, bueno, esa es la carta que leímos antes. Escrita por Johannes van der Berg. Bienvenida a Gélida, nuevo caso. Cuaderno, pulsa la C para activar. Ok, esa es la carta. Acá tenemos nuestro cuaderno. El caso principal es la bienvenida a Gélida. Es la carta de Johannes van der Berg. Trasfondo. Mirá, tenemos un montón de cosas. Palacio de la mente. Es donde están las pistas. Ok. R, deducciones. Bueno. Habilidades. Ok, tenemos puntos de conocimiento. Experiencia. Puedes poner. Pon trampas el doble de rápido. Mantiene una bala extra en la recámara. Está bueno. Me gusta. Las granadas y las bombas incendiarias tienen un rango mayor. Tienen diferentes ramas. Mente. Ok. Esto está bastante más profundo de lo que parece, Lleva hasta 25 unidades de cualquier material de fabricación. Gana más experiencia y mantente cuerdo por más tiempo. Mantente cuerdo por mucho más tiempo. Okay. Gana un 50% de probabilidad de doblar. Un montón de cosas. Tranca, vamos a poco. Vamos a poco. Vamos a guardar. Cámara plegable. ¿Puedo sacar foto a esto? No entiendo. ¿Qué aparece? Como... A ver. Ahí va, ahí va, ahí va. Ok. Fotografía de una placa de trofeo. Marco dice, hola Cueva, ¿qué tal? Muy bien, por suerte, Marco. ¿Cuándo habrá partida de MK11? Las palizas que da son... mañana vamos a estar jugando MK11. Hoy por lo pronto vamos a estar jugando de Sinking City.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Oakmont, Monolith National Park. Parque Nacional de Monolitos. Is waiting for you. Te está esperando, dice. Ok. Me está gustando, Me está gustando ya, boludo. Salís y estás ahí en un lugar bien abierto.
Now get out.
Bueno.
Now get out.
Ok. Un señor muy extraño aquí con un traje. Vamos a hablar con él.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to
Sí,
meet
claro, Eduardo. He leído varios.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Los tengo en el...
Much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg.
En
I guess I didn't
el
expect
Kindle.
you to mean so literally.
En inglés.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont.
Ah, este es Johannes van der Berg.
Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
¿Qué pasa con la ciudad?
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position, and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Bonito traje.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Personaje, Johans. Bueno, acerca de mi problema. No, vamos a preguntar la inundación.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
Me gusta, tiene muchos diálogos,
You
boludo.
said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has
Marco
a
se ve muy
pressing
interesante.
matter on his hands.
Sí, la verdad que se ve súper interesante. Ya me atrapó, te digo, desde el principio. Eduardo dice, mis respetos, juegas y lees a Lovecraft, eres alguien que sabe. Por cierto, saludos de México. Saludos a vos, Eduardo, saludos a México.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Ok. ¿Cómo es Robert Throgmorton?
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature. Scion of a
Creature, le
robust
dice criatura.
a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous
Criatura,
Oakmont
le dice.
University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Necesito alojamiento.
I need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
Bueno, vamos a preguntarle, ¿en qué ocupa su tiempo?
Mr. Vanderberg.
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Bueno, ¿cómo llego al Devil's
What's
Reef?
the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map.
Tiene una cara de que está hecho
Down
merda.
of your other key places.
¿Qué más ha marcado en el mapa?
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular.
Este
Its
juego es
ways
increíble, boludo.
mysterious.
Ya se ve como que va a
No
ser
one will
bastante
take you by
grande,
the
boludo.
hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Bueno, adiós.
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Mapa, te pulsa para más información. Ok, dice, los nombres de las calles y de los distritos están en el mapa desde el principio. Muchos otros puntos de referencia o de interés tienen que descubrirse. Instituciones con archivos, puntos de referencia, puntos de viaje rápido, ok, investigaciones, hallado una pista clave. Se han hallado todas las pistas. Se marcan en el mapa. De esa forma puedes planear tu ruta o resaltar. Ok, solo se muestran las marcas de las pistas de campo seleccionado. Marcas genéricas son algo. Ok, más o menos. Ojo de la mente te permite ver lo invisible. Usa el ojo de la mente cuando veas una distorsión en los bordes de la pantalla y oigas un sonido repetitivo. Puede que se revelen imágenes del pasado, ilusiones, presagios o rastros que de otro modo serían invisibles. Las imágenes del pasado tienen una zona de activación. Mantén pulsado. Ok, se ve bello, Lo estoy jugando en 2K ahora. Todo en ultra 2K. Hola. What's up? Ahora vamos a ver un poco el lugar donde estamos, ¿no? Y la verdad está muy bueno, boludo. Vamos. Ese seguro es Throckmorton. Se destaca de los otros, de verdad. Bueno, vamos a hablar con él, a ver qué onda. Seguro es él.
I don't care about your petty excuses.
No, mirá, boludo.
Port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am.
Mirá, what the fuck?
Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator. Just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Sus rasgos son peculiares. Bueno, no vamos a bardear tanto. Vamos a tratar qué le ha pasado a su hijo.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart.
Como mitad simio, mitad humano.
It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
No.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
¿Sabe algo de las visiones? No, pero no, ¿quiénes son esos Innsmouthianos?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells, they are everywhere.
So they're just refugees?
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
No se los banca, ok.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Mr. Throgmorton.
Puedo intentar encontrarlo.
I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Espera.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider.
Outsider.
It is if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house.
Quizás se escapó
I
él.
suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
¿Dónde está la casa del
Where's the house
pescador?
where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
Ok,
You
¿dónde está el
mentioned
bolso de la
a
vida?
lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
A ver, vamos a... Palacio de la Mente, a ver. Primero vamos a la cuaderno. Bienvenida, Gélida. Casos... ¿Qué es esto? Ah, ok, va en un resumen, ¿no? Johannes van der Berg me ha dicho que tengo que encontrar a alguien llamado Robert Throckmorton. Ok. La llave de una habitación del hotel de Devil's Reef. Robert Throckmorton quiere que encuentre a su hijo Albert, que desapareció en el puerto tras regresar de una expedición en el mar. Un pescador le encontró apenas consciente en la playa o lo trajo con él a su casa. El pescador dice que Albert estaba mal de la cabeza y se puso agresivo antes de desaparecer. Robert llegó para investigar y ahora está plantado frente a la casa en cuestión. Hasta que encuentren a su hijo no permitirá que nadie salga del puerto y tampoco me ayudará. Ok. Los Throckmorton estaban en estado de hace tiempo. Ahora, cuando volvió del mar estaba loco su... A ver. Oh, ¿qué hice? Bueno, todavía no tengo mucho. Que vamos a hablar.
I've said everything I know.
Ok. Buenas tardes.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
El juego me hace acordar un poco, como decía, con L.A. Noire. Está muy bueno, la verdad. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. 5 cards short of a full house. Bueno, ¿qué pasó acá?
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Ahora, ¿cómo era? No, pero...
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. And he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar.
¿Quién es usted?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was out of
Dijo Guy
stock.
en Innsmouth.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know.
¿Dónde están los demás?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
¿Qué le ha pasado a
Do you know
Paul?
how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay, have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, Detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
A ver, quiero cambiar para que se vea. Ahí va.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Parece como si alguien cayó ahí abajo, ¿no?
Choo choo. Ahem. Choo choo. Ahem.
Ya está, ¿no? No queda nada.
Choo choo. Ahem.
Ah, por acá. Sí, ojo de la mente.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Como están, no sé, estamos siendo controlados, flotando. Uy, ¿qué pasó, boludo?
Take this, ape face.
Y alguien está disparando. Hay otro con un barril.
Yeah, run!
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Ok, ahora viene toda la parte detectivesca. Parece que esto fue lo primero.
What's happening?
Salió corriendo. Se pelearon acá. Intentó escapar, no sé.
Take this, ape-face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Bien, a ver. Sí. Albert atacó a los pescadores. Albert regresó inestable. Wow. No entiendo muy bien. Testimonio de Will Hammond. El pescador vive con 3 compañeros, Barry, Paul y un innsmouthiano llamado Lewis Flynn. Will me ha contado que Barry encontró a Albert Throckmorton inconsciente. Lo llevó a su casa y salió a avisar a Robert Throckmorton. Albert se despertó y empezó a proferir horribles sonidos. Su histeria aparentemente se extendió a Will, que empezó a tener visiones parecidas a las mías. Cuando se recobró, se encontró a Paul muerto en el suelo y no había rastro de Albert ni de Lewis. Un pescador llevó a un inconsciente a Albert Throckmorton a su casa y luego se marchó. Está bien. Palacio de la mente. ¿Qué quiere que haga acá? No entiendo muy bien cómo funciona esa parte, pero bueno. Calculo que da poco.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Bueno, vamos al hotel a ver qué onda. Titania.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Última voluntad de Albert Throckmorton. Espero que alguien encuentre esto. Me llamo Albert Throckmorton. Qué casualidad. Y estas son mis últimas voluntades. Quiero avisaros. No bajéis a las profundidades bajo Oakmont. Hay ilegible. Nunca deberíamos haberlo hecho. Todo debía haber permanecido en esa cueva. La profesora, temo que será de mí, canta en mi mente, danza en mis párpados siempre que cierro los ojos. Ilegible. El ciclo sigue y sigue y sigue y sigue y sigue. Y al final llega. He de avisar a todo el mundo. He de contárselo a mi padre. Está aquí.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it? Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Vamos para caminar. Estoy chusmeando un poco, estoy investigando. Explorando un poco. Uy. Alto Cthulhu acá. Alto Cthulhu, loco. Estoy viendo cuán grande es, o sea que... así es solo una fachada nada más. Bueno, vamos.
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us. Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us.
No entendí muy bien recién lo que dice, bro. Vamos paso a paso. ¿Qué es eso, boludo? What the fuck? ¿Qué es eso?
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Se hace mucho ruido cuando toman.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Cuéntame.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal out against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
Todos hacen un ruido cuando chupan alcohol acá. ¡No! Tranca, tranca.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
Bueno, adiós. Parece que no que clientes nuevos usted.
Bye.
Uy. Uf. Ey, se roba todo el chabón. ¿Qué onda?
What the? Get them! Oh! What the? Get them! Oh! What the? Get them! Oh! What the? Get them! Oh!
Muy gracioso. What the? Get the? Oh.
The door won't budge.
¿Qué decía? Cerradura.
The port is closed by order of Robert Frogman. Back off.
¿Qué es este bicho?
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Bye.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
¿Qué te va a hacer ahora? No entiendo muy bien. ¿Y ahora? ¿Ya está?
The port is closed by order of Robert Frogman. Back off.
Bueno, me acabo de dar el testamento. No entiendo. Okay. tengo que hacer? No entiendo, si ya le... Entiendo, esto, no entiendo cómo funciona esta parte de las... Entiendo lo que significa esto, nada.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
I've said everything I know.
No entiendo, ¿y ahora? No digo que conseguí todas las pistas, eso es lo que no entiendo.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it? Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
No se puede ir para ahí. ¿De dónde salió esta señora? No sé qué más necesita ese señor para que pueda avanzar.
I've said everything I know.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
No entiendo, boludo. Estoy dando vueltas. Estoy dando vueltas a un tarado. ¿Qué tal, Román? ¿Cómo va eso? Bien, como verás, estamos con el primer caso. La desaparición de del hijo de un personaje muy extravagante. No entiendo muy bien. Uy, muy bien. No sé ni qué estoy haciendo, boludo, la verdad. O sea, me perdí. No entiendo, boludo.
Don't do that again.
You want a drink? You want a drink?
No sé la verdad, boludo, que estoy... Hay algo que estoy haciendo mal, pero no sé qué. Bueno, después de 1000 vueltas, no puedo pasar por acá. Ay, Dios, ay, Dios, Dios, ay, Dios.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Now get out.
No sé, boludo, la verdad.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Bueno, no sé, voy a cortar por acá porque no sé qué hacer, la verdad.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
I've said everything I know.
Toby, justo, bueno, ya más o menos estamos cortando ahora porque me quedé medio atascado, que no sé. La verdad que es lo que me falta hacer, pues hice todo, creo.
Ed, I still hear those voices.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Ah, esto, boludo.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Ok, ahora empieza a tener más sentido todo, la verdad.
There's something in the pocket.
Nota manchada de sangre. Lewis, por favor, dame una semana más. Sé lo que te debo, pero estoy tan mal como todo el mundo ahora mismo. Aún no tengo provisiones suficientes como para que el bar funcione con la policía paseándose por el puerto. Pero no te preocupes, he cerrado un buen trato con cierta gente y pronto debería tener una línea de provisiones. Solo una semana y te devolveré lo que te debo con interés doble.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Una merda.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
¿Qué tal, Alberto? Bueno, encontramos el destino de Albert Throckmorton. Fue asesinado por Lewis, un innsmouthiano.
Mr. Throckmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throckmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
My condolences, Mr. Throckmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilled for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
Seems like he was a fisherman by the name of Lewis. He had a gun and pursued Albert after he fled the house.
Lewis it is, then. What do you know of him?
Turns out you were right. He's an Innsmouther.
Those filthy scum have done it now. When I'm through with them, they will rue the day they dared lay a finger on a Throgmorton. Bring me that dirtbag, Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need. I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
I've said everything I know.
Ed! I still hear those voices.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Vamos al bar.
Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days. Oh, yeah. Hey.
You look familiar.
Bullet, fella?
Old Billy, I don't see.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. It looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Bye.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the She. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding a...
Okay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Do you think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Perdidos en el mar, Robert Throckmorton ha financiado una expedición para descubrir el origen de la histeria colectiva que atenaza a Oakmont. La expedición iba a explorar el lecho marino, no lejos de la ciudad. Poco después se perdió el contacto con la expedición. Albert Throckmorton, asesinado a posteriori, fue el único superviviente conocido. Me han contratado para encontrar a cualquier otro expedicionario vivo o muerto. Throckmorton espera mi informe en su mansión de la parte sur de Oak Grove.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
No sé qué es lo que hundió el USS Cyclops, solo recuerdo los gritos y el metal chirriando, el agua llenando la cubierta y mi dolor de cabeza, el peor que he tenido. Me encontré en medio de las algas ahogándome. Un trozo de bote me ayudó a sobrevivir y a llegar a la costa de una pequeña isla. Me encontraban encima, muerto de hambre, medio loco y murmurando algo sobre ruinas antiguas y sus habitantes. Los oficiales dicen que nada de lo que pienso que vi es real, pero mis recuerdos sí lo son. Mis extraños poderes que obtuve durante esa ordalía lo prueban. Encontré algo horrible en esa isla, algo viejo y oscuro y reptante, y aún me atormenta.
Never again, they say.
Opio, opiáceo.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Esta ciudad se merecía haberse librado mucho antes de la escoria ictiomorfa, declara Robert Throckmorton, cabeza de la gran familia Throckmorton. Solo me arrepiento de una cosa, de que hayamos empezado demasiado tarde. Si no hubiéramos descuidado nuestras obligaciones cívicas, mi hijo Albert aún estaría vivo, calculo. Sí, aún estaría con nosotros. Nota de Johannes Vanderberg. Señor Reed, parece que se ha esforzado en exceso durante su investigación para el señor Throckmorton. Perdone mi atrevimiento, pero le he llevado al Devil's Reef mientras estaba inconsciente. Por favor, tenga más cuidado con el futuro. En el futuro, no siempre estaré ahí para salvarle. Johannes.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Bueno, vamos a cortar por acá. Muchas gracias a todos los que estuvieron viendo, espero que les haya gustado esta primera parte de Sinking City. Les mando un saludo, tengan muy buenas noches. Descansen.